Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday, October the 17th of 2025. That's the day it is. I would hold up a newspaper if I had one. I don't know why, but I was convinced when I was getting ready today that it was Thursday, and then I had a weird feeling, so I asked my phone what day it was, and it told me it was Friday, and I felt a little sad. Hazel, hello. Arison, thank you for the 50-month resub. 50, fabulous 50. Thank you very much. Glad to have you with us. Hazelnutty Calendar. You gotta really dig deep to make sure you're giving all the value that you can to your audience. I'd give you your weather if I knew where you lived and what the weather was doing there. Here we get jewelry. We gotta remember to pick that up every day. What do they want to give me? Ooh, I like it. It's a touch of malice neck. I needed that, like, pretty badly, actually. My neck was okay, but it was not I already have a volatile magic on a ring. That one really needs updating. It's 578. It's holding my overall back, but I'm happy with that. Okay, so my neck is in good shape. We don't even need to keep one around. We can get rid of this. This is all like a little loud. Can we calm down on this? If any of the graphics or the sound are a bit wonky today, let me know and I'll try and adjust them. I was going through my settings trying to fix something, which I have decided is fully not my fault. There is, I guess I should back up. I was working on off stream the Surmar campaign. I thought I'm going to just, chow through a bunch of this off stream. I'm not, I'm not doing very well doing it while I'm streaming. I'm just mainly getting lost. So I'm going to do this when I can focus on it. And I did pretty good. I got most of the main campaign done. And I realized something that maybe I should have realized earlier, but the Surmar campaign is unique in that the campaign quest achievement also includes all of the requirements of the Sojourner campaign. That's why it's so long. It's because it's both achievements in one, but then this also exists as a separate achievement. So I've done everything in this that is not a Sojourner quest line. And I was working on the Sojourner quests, and I was out and about to turn in some quests up here. Now, there is a thing that I vaguely remember being a problem in Legion 2, but it must not be a problem for everybody, otherwise I would have heard about this by now. But anyways, there's like these puddles with burning roots. It's some kind of a graphic. And when I approached it, my game crashed. To the point that Crawdad was actually kind of bricked for a while because I couldn't stay logged into him long enough to get him out of there. So I was like logging into other characters and I was adjusting my graphics settings and changing from DirectX 11 to 12 or 12 to 11 and then back. Speaking of which, did I put it back on DirectX 12? Because I should have. We don't want to be on 11 if we don't have to be. We're back on 12. Okay. And I went poking around online on the forums and I found that I'm going to go do some world quests for now while I'm thinking this over and while I'm telling this story. Maybe in Heroic World Tier, I think, for achievements, I think might be good. Anyway, I went poking around online and I found that I'm not the only person that has that problem. And the advice on a Wowhead comment was basically zoom all the way in, try not to look at it, and just play at 1 FPS while not doing too much lest you crash your game until you can get away from this horrible graphic thing. I was a bit worried that I'd completely bricked Crawdad because I didn't think that I was going to be able to keep the game from crashing long enough to get out, but I eventually did. But I haven't turned in my quests over there, and I don't know if I want to try again. I think my instinct is telling me that I probably should not try again on stream, because if the graphic doesn't like loading as it is, it's probably extra not going to like loading when I'm also on the same graphics card and computer recording and not recording, but like live streaming my own gameplay. It's probably not going to be a happy camper. So I think we're going to stay clear of that. And because of that, it kind of threw a wrench in my motivation to like finish Suramar. I was very excited about it. I was figuring I was going to finish all of the zone campaigns and then I was going to feel all cute and done and I was going to get my infinite knowledge out of it. And now I'm not sure if it's actually going to happen because of that issue. So there are other chapters of this that I could work on and I could do everything except for that. But my feeling is that it would be kind of a bummer to do that if I never get it working. Maybe Blizzard will do something about this. Maybe they won't. I vaguely remember it sucking last time too, although I don't remember it ever fully crashing my game. I thought my graphics card was going to fry. I actually updated my drivers. At first I was doing all the troubleshooting of like, oh, have you turned off your add-ons, and have you updated your graphics card drivers, and have you made sure it's using the right graphics card? And I'm like, there's only one plugged in. And yes, I did. I did a bunch of troubleshooting before I realized that this is not a me problem. My computer's fine. It's just that little patch of burning roots is from hell. Did a quick consultation with the stars, asked the spirits, hiked the highest peak in the area, second floor of my house, to confirm it is indeed Friday. Oh, WoW crashes a lot in Lemix. That's the first area that I've had a consistent problem. Graphics really bad there, no crash though. Anytime poking around in PTR with housing, just the one time that we did it on stream. Just what we did on stream, which I guess wasn't PTR. We're gonna not do that one. Okay. Anyway, so my focus, if I'm shifting it away a little bit from finishing Suramar for the knowledge, my knowledge is still fine. It's at 18 now, which is exciting. It's coming along, and there is more than enough knowledge to hit knowledge cap over all of the phases. Plus, we're not that far off from, I mean, next week we're going to get another phase with access to more stuff anyways. So I'm going to pivot my attention to other sources of knowledge achievements, and also just general things that will give me gear. So that's why I'm in a random dungeon. The random dungeons will give you your first random dungeon per day for normal and heroic, give you a random epic piece. I'll probably maybe run the raids a little bit just to kind of keep cruising my power along, because I figure that's always going to come in handy. And we're getting bronze along the way. I wouldn't mind doing a bunch of world quests and looking for empowered enemies in heroic world tier, because there's 2 achievements that I'm missing. I need to get 50 empowered enemies in heroic world tier down, and that'll give me a knowledge. And then there's also a separate achievement for doing world quests in heroic world tier. That one doesn't give knowledge, but it does give bronze. So if I'm doing them anyways, I figure we can do that for a bit. And then if we get our Legion Slayer 3, we can exit heroic world tier and then continue doing world quests. I did the dungeon ones. I haven't done any Mythic Plus yet. If I could do a 7 key, like get into one and do it, then I could get an achievement with a knowledge. I guess my best bet for that is probably just to get a key and then to push it myself. I'm more than powerful enough for it. I'm 655. I've waited quite a while on that because I didn't really want to do Mythic Plus. Although I don't expect it to be much like the traditional Mythic Plus experience anyway. Got to 705 yesterday, getting so close to the end I can see the light of completely obliterating the raid baiters. That's what we live for. When I used to play Star Wars Galaxies before WoW, my computer would crash if my character was near someone wearing the Wookiee armor. Something to do with the graphic and my graphics card, and my solution was to avoid Wookiees. Oh, that's funny. That's unfortunate. I feel like that would be a little bit like a horror thing. Like you can just see the Wookiee coming in the distance and you're like, nope, done it. Jaws music starts playing. When I very first started playing WoW, in 2009, I was playing on like barely a computer, and it was not a gaming computer in the slightest, and it also was not remotely new. So it was kind of struggling just to begin with, and this was Wrath of the Lich King, and I realized pretty quickly that I could play the game on the lowest settings, but I could not enter Dalaran. If I went into Dalaran, the game would brick to the point that I needed to wait until I could log on at a friend's house on their computer, hearth myself out of Dalaran, and never set foot there again. I think I only did it once, maybe twice, because you learn pretty fast, but the game just wouldn't run, and I couldn't get my character out of there. So I played a good part, at least until I got my own computer, of Wrath of the Lich King, just without going to the main city, despite the fact that there was important stuff there, because it just wouldn't run with all the people around. The world boss achieve. It seems like a hard one to do because only one world boss is up per day, and there's like a bajillion of them. Has anybody done it? Have they all been up yet? I guess I haven't been diligent about doing it every day. I'm working off of Wowhead has this page here that's about all of the sources of available infinite knowledge, and I think it's fairly accurate. So I've been working off of that. I have the worst time knowing which world boss is up. I can't think of any good way to find out aside from like scouring my map, which takes me 20 minutes and a headache, or asking people. Maybe Wowhead puts it on their front page or something. I don't know. There's like, and then one time I spent ages looking for it, and then I found out that there wasn't one. It was just missing for the day, which kind of yeah. Anyways, I'm looking for it. It's in raids, world bosses. I've done a couple of them, but there's a bajillion. You know, technical term. Yeah, clearly we're missing bunches of them. Oh, defeat the 4 world bosses. Why did I think defeat all world bosses? Oh, the Wowhead page shows this kind of funny. The Wowhead page says you need to do... oh, no, those are the Broken Shore ones. Hang on. Never mind. I'm just confused. Don't mind me. Invasion point bosses. I probably went too far. Broken Isles world bosses. Okay, so I've done 2. I've done 2 out of what? 10? All right, we're almost there. Fun reminder that I adore the wave emote because it looks like the squirrel is doing the whip and neigh. The whip and what now? Friend of mine has the same had the same issue. Asked me to sign into his account to get his character out of Dalaran. Isn't it always one of the world quests? There was a day that it was missing, and people were theorizing that it had to do, like, the game had tried to spawn, like, a Broken Shore one that wasn't available yet. Yeah. I have a terrible time finding them. Maybe I'm dumb. Oh, hair looks good. Oh, thank you. I fried it with hot plates. In BFA, the portal to Dark Shore from Borellis used to crash my game every time. It was weird. To Dark Shore from Borellis. That is weird. Whip nay nay. Ah, that clears it right up. Yeah, no. I think I'm too out of touch. I'm aware of Soulja Boy. That was the cool dance when I was a kid. Dang, that's hot. It was. I've managed to not burn myself in my hair straightener in a while. I'm feeling pretty good about that. It's a bit easier. I have a bit more elbow room now. I used to do it in a pretty narrow space. And it was pretty easy to clip yourself. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, we did it. Wow. I usually get pegged by one of those. Kind of old, like Water Legion time. Okay. Vintage memes. Decades. Hair's gotten long. Does it grow faster? Am I a bad fan? You're not a bad fan. My hair does grow pretty fast. I think I just have genetics for it. Whenever I used to have bangs, and I guess I do now, I would have to trim them maybe every second week or so, and I would take about 1 centimeter off of them, which I understand to be a bit faster than normal. I'm not like a freak of nature, but it's on the high end for sure. Comes in handy if you're trying to grow your hair out anyway. But also, I don't straighten it and let it down very much, so it's not, usually it's in a bun and you wouldn't be able to tell how long it is. I always think this is the last boss, and it's not. And it's not like this is a new dungeon where this is a surprise or anything. Coffee. So who's the world boss today, then? Where am I going to do it today? Oh, I found it! Right? Yeah, Calamir, Island Watchers. Okay. Well, I was lucky. We can do that. Probably before we go into Heroic World Tier. I have done a world boss in Heroic World Tier before. You can find groups for it, but it's a bit of extra fuss for kind of no reason. Who's excited for Nighthold this week? It'll be kind of cool to have a different raid. It's a longer one, yeah. I wonder if, I wonder if they're gonna make Nighthold drop more stuff than Emerald Nightmare and Trial of Valor to kind of incentivize people that only have a reasonable amount of time to play to just do the newer content. I wonder if that's gonna be a thing. I have no idea. I didn't test Remix. It would be kind of cool, though, if it just gave you, like, a few more motes and a little bit more infinite power than doing the old raids. You working hard or hardly working? I'm not working at all. I am slowly composting without being fully deceased. Who's excited for pugging Mythic KJ? Waiting on the world boss till there's a research mission or it's getting late. 2 birds and all. Yeah, we are at the phase of our life where we are sinking into an existential dread about what we contribute to society and deciding that it is nothing. But, as long as we can get away with it. I mean, I give my dog lots of hugs, but he doesn't pay me for it or anything. He just licks my chin. Perfect. Okay. Thank the nice people. Group mates have never been as disposable as they are in Remix. Like, you want your dungeon queue to pop, and then I don't think I have spent a single brain cell thinking about the other people in the groups. They just go so, it just goes so fast. There's it's not a wildly social game mode. Okay, there's a little sand. Get anything good? Tentacle loot. No, thank you. Not for me. But I think I had a... Oh, actually, that's really lucky that it gave me Blackrock Hold. I did a random dungeon, but I specifically had a Blackrock Hold quest. That was just a lucky roll. I'll take it. Legs. We like. Good legs. And this one, this stuff. Community leader of like-minded people. I suppose so. I don't do much leading. I tend to really shirk any kind of leadership role. Mainly because we don't really need to accomplish anything aside from hanging out. But I don't think if they've ever typed a single word to anyone so far. I go for TYs sometimes, but usually by the time that I've like reached my keyboard, they're gone, and that's fair. I do that too. I guess I don't need to do that. Okay. Should do a random normal too for a I was gonna do this. I'm not in world tier. I'm gonna go do the world boss. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, the healer in Remix despite main DPS because the best defense is an overpowered offense that absolutely destroys normals and heroics. I've got a macro to leave instance groups in my action bars. Holy, you're gaming. Morning, Hazel. Morning, Rain of Low. How you doing? Happy Friday. I'm gonna go this way. I used one of my meteors for the first time yesterday off stream. I clicked it and I was on Crassus's Landing and I was aiming, I guess I didn't think this through. I was aiming somewhere in here and I just flung myself into the fatigue zone and barely made it back before I died. I barely managed to get over to this area and then it was like, you're not allowed to be here, and then it ported me back. And then I thought, well, what did I expect? You're sweet, Wolf Club. Streamer luck. A little bit of joy 5 mornings a week counts for something. I'll take it. I had a moment this morning where I was doing my makeup and then I thought, why am I putting on eyeshadow to play Legion Remix? Then I thought, why not? You know, if you want to, if you feel like it. Go nuts. You know, when else are you going to wear it? Calamitous Intent. I should probably find a group, huh? Calamir. Oh, they're all heroic. I was just talking about how I didn't want to get into heroic because I didn't want it to be annoying to find a group, and all 3 of the groups that are up are heroic. That's awkward. Can I solo it yet? I don't think I can solo it yet. I'm not that pumping. He doesn't look that scary. I guess I could start a group that's not heroic. Start a group. 1 or more dungeons was not valid. Oh, is it because I'm in a queue? I mean, my queue looks like it's about to pop. Maybe I just wait for the queue to pop, do the dungeon, and then do Calamari when I get out and hope there's normal groups. I don't want to give up my 2 minutes and 4 seconds in queue. Morning, Hazel. What's the remix plan today? Good morning. I am chasing bronze and item level. Mainly. I am putting Suramar on the back burner for now. I did a bunch of it off stream, and I ran into a point where there was such a severe graphics problem that it was kind of bricking my game, and that scared me off of trying to do any more of that on stream. I think I could do 3 more chapters of it, but like, why? If I'm not going to be able to finish it anyways, so I'm tabling that for the time being. Or maybe forever. It's just one infinite knowledge. I think I did enough of Suramar that when Insurrection comes out, they'll still let me do it. I think because I did like the main story. It wasn't laggy. It was a graphics issue with the burning roots in the north end of the zone. Anytime I got near them, trying to turn in this quest, my game would brick and crash. And I tried a bunch of different graphics settings. I tried updating my graphics drivers. It was just not working. I tried zooming all the way in, and after like 5 minutes, my game finally did. It was a whole mess. That mall run was so fast, I need to catch my breath. If it wasn't for the RP and the end boss, it would have been over in like 1 to 2 minutes. Say, as a 36-year-old male, do the same. Saved up 400 of the fragmented pieces, waited till knowledge 16 to open them, got 95k power each. Nice. 2 more knowledge levels out of it. Did you do the quest where the guy went boom boom and the tree went bloom bloom? My computer went vroom vroom. Hey, look, it's Black or Cold again. Look at all these demon hunters, man. They're everywhere. Once somebody in chat pointed out to me that a lot of people in Remix are playing classes that can also tank. I see them everywhere. Like, I almost never see a mage or hunters or warlocks, you know, like pure, or even rogues. Like, pure DPS classes are almost not extinct, but like there's not a lot of them. I did not notice it until now. Yeah, apparently the odd one out. I mean, it's been fun. I've been enjoying Hunter. TH for the win. You know what I hate about Remix? People insta-pulling bosses in raid when 90% of the raid isn't even there yet. I've had pretty good groups. They've been waiting at least a little bit. Made a DH because I don't have one. Interested in the new specs since I play casters. Yeah, I guess that's actually a reason people might be making Demon Hunters as well, is wanting to have one set up so that they can play Devour. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. It's Legion. You can't not play Demon Hunter. Infinite knowledge scales the rate at which you earn infinite power. The more knowledge you have, the more power that you're going to get from any given power source. Speaking of, what's my weapon at? I'm at 18 stacks of Limits Unbound today. It's coming along. Highest Remix character is a DH, level 68. Funny to be in a raid that's half purple. Having a blast with both my Hunter and my Lock, but I find this is a good opportunity to really try out some new classes that I haven't really poked at. I saw early Remix videos saying DH was the best class. Oh. My campaign quest line in Suramar disappeared after I completed the Changing Seasons chapter. No new quest came up. Have not started the side quests. Suramar is a bit of a weird one in which there might be a little bit more after Changing Seasons, but the side quests are included in the campaign achievement for some reason. So if you are running out of the banner ones to do, the other quests in the zone, generally speaking, will also count. If you look at the names of the quest lines in the Sojourner achievement and compare them to the regular campaign achievement, they're all there. So they're required as well for some reason. That is a bit funny though. There might be another step that's been dropped. Often, my quest log will tell me where to pick the thing up as well. It'll tell me what my next step is for a given thing. Like, I once lost the thread of the Stormheim one, and it told me where to go to get it. Made kimchi today. Very proud. Very nice. Is it delicious? Or does it need to ferment? One of my friends went for Blood DK and Heroic World Tier, and they're unstoppable. When do you try out Fellowship? Apparently you have to yell it. You knowing me, I won't say never, but, you know, let's give it a couple of years. And if all of my friends are still playing it, and I'm the only one that's not included, and 2 years have gone by and it has stood the test of time, then I'll think about it. I'm having too much fun in WoW to play other games right now. Hello, Hazel and chat. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Nanny. Happy Friday. I'm doing pretty good. It's convinced Flabby. I don't even know if you ever got a hold of him. Found a way to make it. Fully vegan. Nice. Guide for new players. Don't know where to start as a beginner. There are a lot of different versions. There are beginner guides out there. They'll usually be for one version or another. Blizzard's been putting out some more resources now and then on their YouTube channel and stuff. I did make the sweet potato burger thing. It was good. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. The sauce that I make for that burger, well, burger's a strong word. The sauce that I make for that sandwich is like, it's nice because I can use it for other stuff too. Anytime I'm making anything that is vaguely like a fancy sandwich, I will just mix the mayo, lemon juice, salt, pepper, and a clove of garlic. And it's like a cheating aioli. Or maybe that's just what aioli is. I don't know, but it's good. Haven't had kimchi in 10 plus years. Excited to finally have some again. Oh, nice. 2 years, maybe you've made new friends. I don't think so. I haven't made a whole lot of new friends. I think the last time I made new friends was whenever WAD was. That was about it. Yeah, switch. Yeah, aioli is just mayo with extra stuff and better marketing. Why couldn't the jalapeno practice archery? Because it didn't habanero. Oh my god. Oh my god. You take that back. Tested positive for COVID for a week. Oh. No worse than a cold this time. Well, that's something at least. That sucks. I'm sorry. I want to make... I was thinking this morning, I want to make my own hot sauce. I want to grow peppers. I want to grow chili peppers. And I want to make and bottle my own hot sauce. Because I have hot sauce every day at breakfast time. And I'm sick of paying to the hot sauce conglomerates. I want to try doing it myself. Every time I look at the bottle, it's like, yo, it's peppers and vinegar. And like, I don't know, salt and garlic. What do you want from me? And I'm thinking, I could do that. How hard can it be? I'm probably going to... I mean, this is a later me problem because it's going to be like a year before I can grow any peppers. Yeah, an upgrade. Yeah. Calamere. Can we just do like a group that has people in it? You could buy the veggies at the shop. I think that would cost me about $200 to buy as many peppers as you would need to make like a batch of hot sauce out of season in a store. You technically could. I think it would be a very expensive project. No, I've never canned stuff before, but some people will do, instead of pressure canning, they'll just use disinfected bottles and they'll bottle it. And I haven't looked into this yet because I haven't finished my YouTube deep dive. But there's some people will ferment it and then some people will just make it directly. So there's two things to try there. What would you name it? I didn't think I had to name it. I was just going to be sauce. Let's see. Have you canned stuff? No. I don't have a big pot. I think you need a big pot. Like a big stock pot or something that will fit jars in them to can stuff at home. Because my... Oh, it is Heroic. Okay, that's why there's nobody here. Can we find a Calamere normal group? Normal tier. Pretty please. Made it from a kit. Pretty easy and fun. Peri Peri, my beloved. Watched a video about lacto-fermented hot sauce the other day. Oh. Husband made hot sauces from our chili. Very good. Isn't spicy. Tastes strongly the chili itself. I like Cholula. And I like, what is it, Valentinos, which is kind of a similar situation. I like having them on breakfast. We go through a lot of it in a year. Canned my tomatoes and a bain-marie in the oven. Oh. Depending on how spicy it is, might not be hospitable to germs. Well, you can still sterilize things with a pressure canning. I don't know how, but we can Google whatever eventually. I just want to kill this guy. Should I? I won't pull. I hid my raid frames, which is great for immersion, but does sometimes mean that I don't know if people are like joining or leaving my group or anything. But yeah, I want to grow a bunch of stuff and then I want to preserve it, but I should maybe slow my roll and focus on growing stuff first. And then, next summer, if I have successfully grown stuff, then we can talk about preserving it. It would be very depressing to invest in a bunch of food preservation equipment and then to have a really sad harvest and then to have like a pepper and then like 12, 24 jars. And I would be like, not a lot of people doing normal anymore. I mean, that's what this group is for. I just don't know where they are. I guess they're rolling in. They're showing up. Indoor growing with lights. Do that in the winter. I've done that with herbs, and I do it for seed starting sometimes. I don't have the lights right now. I guess I'm a little nervous about the power bill. I need to see how that goes. Cucumber harvest was like 5 cucumbers the entire season. I bet they were delicious, though. Use my old aquarium lights that were good for plant growth. I one time I had done like a bunch of research years and years ago about this because I was really into my plants and something about like the light spectrum and the lumens and stuff, and I had bought bulbs to both start seeds with and also just to grow tropical plants indoors. It was to help out my houseplants over the winter because they would get very sad in the Pacific Northwest without very much sunlight in that one apartment. That was a long time ago. How was your hydro pond? My hydro pond. The thing with the herb thing? I haven't set it up. It's in my closet. I haven't set it up here yet. I want to get my aquarium set up in this room. I got to get Barbara in here, man. I keep talking about moving Barbara in here and setting up her stand, and I haven't done it yet. Maybe I should do it today. Yeah, no, I haven't done the herb thing. I should. I need to find... maybe if after I move Barbara, I can put the herb thing where she used to live. Because the problem used to be that in my old apartment, the light from the herb thing was so bright that it would actually, like, interfere with my sleep. And I was kind of afraid of, like, interfering with my dog's sleep because it would basically light up the whole apartment. And now I have a little bit more room to kind of segment it off, because before my only solution was to put it in a closet, which is not a great solution because the airflow sucks, and that's a great way to get, like, bugs and rotten stuff. Barbara is a fish. Barbara is my last cherry barb from a school of cherry barbs that I keep in a 10-gallon aquarium. Her compatriots died like a while ago. I got the whole shebang like well before Moose, so probably 3 or more years ago. Maybe 4 years ago by now. I don't know. Not that long after I moved to Victoria the first time. And it was fine. It was good. And, you know, they live their lives, and then one by one they occasionally drop off. And Barbara, I kind of thought that she wasn't going to make it through the move because all of her friends were gone. And she, you know, was a little bit older. I didn't think she was going to make it, but she made it. Don't summon me. I'm right here. Anyways, I don't want to get any more fish or use that tank for anything else until Barbara has completed her natural life, and I'm not going to stress her out by making her live with anybody. I also don't really want to do barbs again, so I don't really want to get more barbs for her to hang out with because A, I don't have a place to quarantine them, and B, I just kind of want to get a betta fish next. So I'm just kind of letting Barbara live. But she seems like she's doing great. she's having a grand old time. I think she's kind of glad that the second to last fish died because it was a male and he would harass her. She got very crafty and she figured out places to hide, which was pretty impressive. But he was a little too amorous for his own good. Or for Barbara's good. Appreciate the Barbara update. Yeah. Knowing my luck, I'm going to get her moved in here so I can show her to stream, and that's when she's going to die. Because she will die eventually. We all will. And when she does, we shall mourn her, and we shall lay her to rest, possibly in the compost pile, because she's like 2 centimeters long. She's a very tiny fish. And then, maybe get a betta fish. Justice for Barbara. Yeah, Barbara lives forever, and that's fine. She can be a recurring character. She can hang out as long as she wants. I promised her. Because there was some floating of the idea of maybe it would be kinder to not put her through this long distance move. Because Barbara had to move in a bucket. I had to have a bucket with some of her tank water. I wasn't able to run a filter in it or anything. I wasn't really able to well control the temperature either because it was like hot summer. It was late August when we moved, and I was like, this is a lot of stress to put on a fish. She's pretty old. She's probably going to die anyways. It might be kinder to euthanize her before we move, but I didn't. I couldn't do it, and she made it, so it's good that I didn't do it, and now she's going to live forever. Yeah, it was a hot fish summer. Does she know you've already picked out a replacement? She's going to probably last way longer than any betta fish would. In theory, a betta fish should do great in a 10-gallon tank for a long time, but in practice, sometimes they just don't make it. Sometimes they don't make it. I do like having that emote, though. Have my peace now that everybody else is dead. How far did you move? Ways. Good ways. What? Stop summoning me. Why do you want to know? Who's asking? Okay, we did the world boss. I want to do... maybe you should just take the summon. What do I want to do now? I wanted to get into Heroic World Tier, and I wanted to do some world quests, I think. Unless I want to do the raids first. Not the end of the world to do that. try this world quest. Bella Bellix, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. To Narnia. Proverbial Narnia. I moved into the woods. Is it true that betta fish genetics have made them more fragile than they used to? I would imagine so. I don't have empirical evidence or anything. I think it's probably partly that, like being bred with no regulations or oversight for aesthetic appeal is going to create some kind of unsturdy fish, especially because in the betta fish trade, the only thing that's going to command any money is how cool the fish looks. No one is verifying how long they're going to live. So if you breed a super cool looking fish that has deficient, like deficient organs or something and is going to die after like 8 months, they're just going to come back and buy another fish. Like it's not a thing. There are, I'm sure, ethical fish breeders out there, but by and large, it is an industry that is a huge race to the bottom. So partly that, and then I think the other part of it is that a lot of them come out of these farms that are not, it's kind of mass producing fish in a way that is not really conducive to their long-term health. They will come with things like diseases. They will come with like chronic stress. It's not unusual for them to have issues from the get-go. Yeah, Narnia with bears. You do summon people to Narnia because the summoning stone is a closet? Aren't ferrets a similar situation? Maybe. I don't really know much about ferrets. It's the one animal I've never felt a strong urge to bring into my home. I think they're cute, but I don't have any interest in having them. And I don't think I've ever met one aside from just seeing them at the pet store. Pet shop once, gotcha. Yeah, there are, I'm sure, in all of these cases of like exotic or specialty pets, there are probably people that are really passionate about the well-being and the integrity of the trade or whatever that will do a good job at keeping their animals correctly, but a lot of the time it's not all that well done. Hi, kitty cat. I have a kitty cat right here. Dogs, cats, fish, pretty diverse collection of pet homies. That's what I'm feeling like. Plus, I get to make friends, not make friends, but I like observing the birds around here. There are a ton of ravens that like live like right by my house. And they are very fascinating to watch. I like them a lot. I think they're cool. I give them a respectful nod when I'm out there so they know that I'm cool. Just in case. Love watching birds. The ravens are neat. They look so cool, especially this time of year. It's like misty. We get a lot of fog. So you'll just see like a big black bird winging out of like a fog bank. It's very cool. It's very atmospheric. Mother-in-law befriended a crow in her retirement, and I'm excited for her spooky witch era. Songbird's still my favorite, especially hummingbirds. I wish I had space for a proper feeder. Do you have a window that you have access to the outside of? I had great success for a long time with a suction cup hummingbird feeder that you just stick on the outside of a window, and I actually put it on the outside of a sliding glass door. I just made sure not to slide it far enough to knock the feeder off. And then they'd come right up to the window to feed. It worked great. Still trying to convince magpies to visit more often via peanuts. Okay. I was going vaguely towards the raid. That's right. I want to see if this meteorite. Let me point myself vaguely north. Let me click on Emerald Nightmare. Let's point ourselves vaguely in that direction, and let's use one of these guys. Maybe this will take me a meaningful amount of distance. I've never tried getting to raid like this. Oh, hey, you can use them while you're in the middle of using them. Zamaraji, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm bored of this, so I'm going to fly. It's not like it's that slow to fly. Yeah, it does not seem appreciably faster, no. I wonder what they're for, then. According to the cameras, had 2 gray foxes come visit last night for birdseed leftovers. Oh, hang on. We've got supplies. Although, honestly, the Paragon caches seem kind of disappointing after... Like, if you don't need the Paragon cache mounts, they're... I guess you get them often enough. They don't have much in them. I guess a little bit of infinite power, but like 100 bronze. You can get that from killing a couple of mobs. Fun, maybe. Yeah, I suppose. I guess I could join a raid group and then see if they want to summon me. I usually do heroic first, just in case I lose interest. Am I 640 plus? Technically. Maybe they'll let me into Mythic. I don't know how many people you need for Mythic, though. Mythic 620 plus. I haven't done Mythic yet, so this will be exciting. I've started to see people put like item level minimums on groups, and I get excited whenever I meet the item level minimum. Emerald Nightmare. Yeah, let's see if we can get into one of these. Oh, hey, they want me for the 640 plus group. That's good. I'm gonna get carried. Yeah, I know there's 20 people in a Mythic grade, but I don't want to count. How many people are in this group? Who knows? Do you watch the new Critical Role campaign? I've never watched Critical Role before. I understand it's some kind of a televised D&D thing. How's your item level coming along? 659 average, 651 equipped. I'm getting into the big boy groups, although I'm not doing big boy damage. Sometimes get scaled loot from Paragon boxes. Oh, that would be kind of nice. Let's run in. Katie, my feet are getting cold. Do you think I can turn on the foot oven without disturbing you? Where's the remote on it? There we go. Have fun, don't lock people out, be chill, nice. Kill while we walk between bosses. Gotcha. You betcha. So for jewelry traits, depending on what spec you are, I have been using the Wowhead page. I'm BM Hunter, so I would go to BM Hunter Remix Guide Wowhead. I would just Google that. And here, I can show you while we're waiting here. They have one for each spec, of course. And here they'll tell you which traits to get. Oh, hang on. I think we're going. Oh, we're killing trash anyway. And it'll tell you, it'll say, you know, 2 of these, 1 of these. And I don't think it matters which thing it's on. Just trying to vaguely get those 3 traits and roughly in those amounts. I think for basically any DPS, it should be the same. 2 Touch of Malice, 2 Terror from Below, and then 1 Volatile Magic. I don't know if maybe some specs will use something different, but that's what I've seen for the ones I've looked up so far. With voice actress, the draw for people for Critical Role. Gotcha. Way behind at 600. Don't know if I'm willing to commit the time this weekend to catch up. I don't think you're behind. One of our regulars here said they just do 10 item levels per day, and I like that. That's like a really achievable thing. And if you're playing a little bit every day, you're making progress all the time. Besides, think about the people that are starting like late. You know, there's people that haven't even started yet. They're still leveling. You're way ahead of them. Caster's Brewing Storm is good. You can move while casting. Oh. Are there casters around? Who's playing a caster? 585. Yeah, I'm feeling behind at 650 because I'm in groups now with people that are 740. I think until you're like done, you're gonna feel a little bit that way. Just don't worry about it. Have fun. Buy pretty things in the vendor. I finally decided to just suck it up and buy the toys that I was missing in the vendor, even though they're very expensive, because there's probably a reason why I don't have them yet. So I got the Vrykul horn. I got like a starlight thing. I don't know what they do, but I'm filling in the gaps in my collections. I'm feeling a bit nervous about shopping for transmog sets off the raid vendors, because I know that in an upcoming patch, they're going to grant us the transmog from lower difficulties if we own the highest difficulty. So does that mean on that vendor, I should be specifically seeking out the highest difficulty sets? You know, like I think that's what the difference is in the raid variance thing here. That's why our thing jumped from 46 to 60. Okay. I don't think the raid skip's that important. Oh, they're only selling mythic ones. Okay. That's great news. I was worried that there was a trap. I was worried that I could waste bronze on the lower difficulty ones and that it would just be a waste of time. So that's good news. I need them to not let me mess this up. It already gives all versions. Oh, that's nice. Oh, well, then I'm going to start shopping from that vendor. That sounds great. Bought a few, gave me all of them. Good news. Thank you, guys. Spooky Snacks, thank you for the 67-month resub. That's a lot of months. It sure is. This is your, this must be your month, huh? I am using Legion Remix Helper to track my Legion Remix progress. That's what's giving me this tab on my collections journal. It also helps me with auto scrapping, which I appreciate. Can't believe the Stormheim Drake I was grinding for years is now almost free. Yeah. I was looking through, and I realized that I am missing a couple of Legion things that I'm going to be able to buy with bronze. Like the Warden costume toy that drops from... Come on, guys. My hunter pets are just really slow. The Warden costume toy that drops from the Warden's Paragon cash box. I guess I could see if it wants to drop for me, actually, from Paragon caches here. That's a good point. I need that still, but I could also buy it on a vendor. Overwhelmed by Remix, waiting until everything is out, and then I'll go ham. Mythic really is faster than LFR. Yeah. Getting lots of, about 2k bronze per boss. Big chunk of power, too. That's nice. Overwhelmed by Remix, wait until everything is out. Yeah. They don't currently give any pets or mounts, maybe in a later phase. Oh. Did they confirm that somewhere? I know people were debating it. Best way to get up to 630 so I can get into mythic raids. You just got to do stuff that's going to give you scaled gear. So the same things that you're going to do at 630. You're going to do your random daily dungeons. One heroic, run one regular. Do your infinite research. Those will give you a piece of gear. Do your normal and your heroic raids. Those can drop gear, and those will also give you motes. You know, questing or heroic raids, those will give you motes that you can turn into gear. Anytime that you get a piece of epic scaled gear, it's going to scale to be basically an upgrade for you most of the time. Oh, my pets. So you just get as much of it as you can, and your item level will keep going up. Are pets good for you? Yeah, I think they will be helpful if I can have them out. 60 caches, 0 rewards. My luck can't be that bad. Bought everything currently available for bronze except class mounts. Already planning to level 1 of each class. Really? Holy moly. It's a lot of bronze. I've been chugging along. I've been shopping a little bit. I kind of want to start buying raid sets now that I know that they're already going to give me all of the all of the stuff. That's great. Did you see the Turtle WoW open letter? No, did not cross my radar. I don't see much unless it's brought directly to my attention. Like if it... I was going to say if it came in the mail, but I don't think I'm getting that. If I have a vision of something, then I might know about it. No, I don't know what Turtle WoW is. Not a clue. Under a rock. I'm the turtle. I'm in my shell. Cranky but ensembles. I only need one item, so I leveled not. Will only buy them with her bronze. My main won't waste it on that silliness. Oh, it's a private WoW server. Oh. Yeah, no, I did not see that. I'd say good luck. good luck with that. I don't love their odds. And then we careen off the cliff again. New content for vanilla. Yeah. It's a cool idea, but good luck. Blizz got the lawyers in recently to shut them down. People say it's what WoW should have been. Well, if people are having fun with it, I'd say that's good, except for if it's getting taken away, then that's not good if you were having fun, because now you're not having fun. The assumption is that Blizzard's going to come in, yoink all the work, release it as their own. Time will tell. Yeah. They're not cease and desisting them, they're forcing them to release their work. Huh. Yeah. You don't, I think, have a lot of legal protections if you are starting your game that you're releasing on the back of someone else's IP that they have not granted you permission to use in that way, right? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Imagine the Malfurions having panic attacks with all the heroes jumping off to their death after most bosses. Legally, it's DOA. Best bet is getting the community to convince Blizzard to be lenient for PR reasons. They stole someone else's IP. You're mad the owner wants to steal it back. It seems a little bit like, and I'm not really gonna be personally mad about anyone that's like stealing Blizzard's IP because like, I don't know. I think Blizzard's gonna be fine. And also I don't work for them, so it's kind of not my problem. That's a them and their legal department thing. But like, it seems like you'd be like basically deciding that you're gonna work either for free or, you know, maybe if you're earning money off this, that's a whole other legal thing. But you're basically like doing volunteer work for someone else's IP without their consent for free. And then like, and what do you expect is going to happen, I guess? I don't know. It doesn't feel that Robin Hood. They were charging people. Okay. They had a cash shop. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, all right. I just don't get it. Like, I don't feel particularly like bad for Blizzard or anything because like I said, they'll be fine, but like, what did you think was going to happen? They were so upfront about what they were doing, I assumed they had some clearance for it. My pets cannot keep up. Maybe this is why people don't play Hunters in Remix. I don't remember having this problem as much in Mop Remix. I played a Hunter then too. Oh, I've died. I'm just like, what's the pitch? I've stolen your work. I'm doing a better job of it. So please let me continue to make money off of it. You know, like if you want to develop new and better content, that's fine, but there's a reason that people make like, you know, other games with their own IP that they have ownership over. Turn on details for fun? Yeah, there's somebody doing... Here, let me back up to like a boss. Somebody did 28 mil on scenarios. That's fun. Yeah, so use services like Google advertising to attract users. Interesting. Gosh, maybe I'm just reading Doom news, but it feels like the internet is like really racing to the bottom with stuff like that. Am I muted? I don't think I'm muted. I still see my voice coming through. I don't see my game sound coming through. Which is a bit weird. Let me double check that. Because I can hear it out of my ear. No game sound. Oh, okay. Desktop audio. Because I did have some issues with this last night when I updated my drivers, because I updated my sound drivers. Hang on. I gotta check my default device. There we go. I fixed it. You're good. Okay. I kind of wish my monitors didn't have speakers in them. It's like no matter how many times I disable them, every now and then they decide to come back to life and decide to be the default device. Mine does that too. It's really frustrating. I'd say I've never used my monitor speakers, but I don't think that's true. I think there was one time when they were the only sound device that I had available. And I actually used them for like an evening or something. Eh. Didn't even realize mine had speakers until it started happening. Soldering iron and a precision screwdriver can solve that problem permanently. Wow, I'm in a gruesome frame of mind. When you said that, my first thought was, you mean like if I put it into my own eye and I die, then I won't be worried about my sound devices anymore. I'll never have that problem again. Yeah, I'd do Mythic Trial of Valor. It seems like they're doing that next, so I'd stick around. This multiplayer? Uh-huh. Welcome to World of Warcraft, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. Yeah, you really should stop reading Doom News. I think I'm a bit blue. Oh wow, I've got lots of infinite power I can use. Is it, you've never seen WoW, is it good? It's good, I think, for people that like it. It's an old game that's been in development for a long time, so it has a lot of longtime fans and kind of an established community that sticks around it. So what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna hearth and then fly. I am item level average 661. Yeah, we think it's good. Mileage may vary. What do? You play a fantasy character of a class of your choosing, and you fight enemies, and then you get stuff from them. Some of the stuff makes you better at fighting enemies, and then you can kill them faster and get more stuff. You can also collect cosmetic things to dress your character up with. You know, mounts to ride around, that sort of thing. Like a roguelike? Not exactly. More ongoing than a roguelike. Like, you would have... There's people that have been playing the same character for 20 years. Like, actual years. More like a regular RPG, yeah. WoW is about collecting hats, but with a story. Be orc, make orc numbers go up. None of us vanilla players still exist. That's dedication. Yeah. I haven't been around that long. I've been around since 2009 in the game. Doing, you know, this and that. But it's fun. It's a social game, so people will make communities and have friends and do content regularly with those friends. You know, you'll get a group of 5 people or 10 people or 20 people together and go take on a challenge together. But there's also lots to do on your own. December next year, my rogue will be 20. I feel like Guild Wars 2 would be your jam. You think so? I tried it when it came out. I played a Mesmer. And then I reached a point at which my character could barely quest anymore, and then I quit forever. 16 whole years. Yeah, it's like a little under half my life. Favorite way to farm item level and infinite power? I like to do a clear of the raids, if I'm in the mood for it. I like to do my infinite research. I like to do emissaries. 1 random dungeon queue for normal and heroic. And I mean, really whatever I feel like after that. But that'll take you quite a while, especially if you're doing different difficulties. You could do Trial of Valor and Emerald Nightmare on LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic every day if you wanted to, and that would give you a ton of stuff. WoW has been around half my life. So right now my character is a hunter, which means I'm like an archer kind of character. So I attack things from range. I have these animals with me. I've picked them out, and they come with me to fight things. I've got this eagle and this moose. Got a little bit of a Pacific Northwest theme going on. I guess moose aren't really Pacific Northwest. They're just north. Me being 4 years older than the game I'm playing. These are your buttons that'll make all of your, damage happen. Have you tried Elden Ring? I have played a little bit of Elden Ring, actually. Not much of it. How many hours do I have on Elden Ring? Pull up Steam and find out. I certainly didn't beat it or anything. The Souls-like game that I spent the longest with was Dark Souls 2. That's what I had the most hours in. What did I do for Elden Ring? I have 15 hours in Elden Ring, so I've basically played through the intro. Me being the same age as the game I'm playing. Nothing makes me feel older than when my guildies start talking about getting into late expansions when they were children and or watching their parents play Wrath. Oh my god. Got into WoW with Shadowlands. I'm in a community for older players, and the age cutoff was older than 30, and I don't think that's very old anymore. Yeah, it's just a regular guild now. I feel like the people in my guild that are like 30 are the babies of the group now. Although I don't know if there is anybody. I think I'm 33. I'm 33. I'm 33? I'm 33. And I think I'm still pretty much tied for the baby. Yeah. I've always been the baby. It's great because I never have to feel old because all of them have to get old before me. Someone who's been playing since vanilla is now retired can spend all their time being our Omnicrafter. My adult daughter got me started playing WoW in 2015. Back when I started in TBC, some of my guild members were already in their 40s and 50s. It's a nice, I don't know, it's a nice game to play as an adult. It's nice that it's kind of flexible now. You know, you don't have to know life, but you can if you want to. It's good, you know. I know a bunch of people that'll just have a couple of beers in the weekend and do some keys with their friends. It's a good time. I will never recover from the time a 21-year-old at work sheepishly admitted to us that he plays a really old game, and it was WoW. I know WoW is an old game, but it doesn't feel old to me because of how well they've kept the new content at least feeling modern. I guess I haven't played enough other new modern games to really tell if it keeps up, but it feels like it keeps up to me. Turned 34 in 3 weeks, constantly forgetting that I'm 33. I need to, like, write it on my hand or something. I knew that I was 30 when I turned 30 because I was excited about being 30. And I guess that was 3 years ago now, and I've just lost count. I've just stopped paying attention. Old because my youngest child turned 30 yesterday. Oh, happy birthday to them. Definitely keeping up one of the most gorgeous cartoony games. The new stuff that they're doing at Midnight looks amazing. Absolutely lost track. I think I'm 37-ish. Yeah, I'll double check when I get around to 40, but I don't know. It's nice. It makes me have less anxiety about losing value to society as I get older, you know. If we're all doing it together. You know, we can all agree to continue to hang out even when we get I don't know, older. Get a couple of nice little wrinkles going on. 56, playing for 20 years. I'll let my hair go gray. The out-of-body experience I had seeing Hallow for the first time. Never experience again like that was rapture. Need to not have the biggest pumpers get MC'd? Oh, I don't know anything about what's going on in this fight. I think I'm barely managing to attack anything. One of these years my spouse will tell me I'm 40 and I will have no reason to disbelieve them. You put that on the birthday cake. I've been informed that I'm 40 now. Oh hey, I got the Deathless achievement. That's nice. Wow, I didn't even think about it. Neat. Oh, it's kind of cool too. Chi-chi. Yeah, I guess you can get me out of here. That was great. I like doing more Trial of Valors while I'm here because it's such a fast raid. Sometimes between Emerald Nightmares I'll want to take a break and do other stuff, but Trial of Valor I feel like I can... Ooh, I have lots of Horns of the First Satyr. I should buy my Satyr Spalders today. Because you only need 20 of them, right? Yeah. It says so right there. Alright, hang on. Let's get our gear upgrades going. Scrap anything that's not an upgrade. Yeah, these were my first mythic raids this time around. Husband asks me all the time how old they are. 662 ring. We keep just for bag item level. And then that's an upgrade. That's nope. That's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. Gotta keep organized so I don't end up scrapping things that I need to be wearing. And then we've got 4 of these. Delightful. Oh, we got a lot of fragmented mementos. That's probably why people are so powerful, is because they've been doing this content earlier. Wow, I am a lucky person. That's not the word that came to mind. I got a Seal of the Najadar Empire, 666. Lure of the Unknown Depths. Get that updated. Glovies. And another one. Helmet, nice, okay. So now I can get rid of those guys. Definitely get rid of this. Use my sand. Use these guys. 95k is how much power I'm getting from each batch of 100 of these now. Which got me another unlimited power. Very good. Weapon up to 24 stacks. We like that. And I'm just gonna fix my log. Can you tell the word that came to mind? No, it wasn't. It was not very polite. Vaguely explicit. A little, not for my rated G for everyone stream. Some no-lifers were farming murlocs in a cave somewhere, but they got rolled back, so I don't know what people are doing now. Current guild created no 5, and kind of crazy to me that I've been playing with people that have been playing as long as I've been alive. Let's get into a heroic. Trial of Valor. Heroic and then normal, that would be great. Oh wow, thanks. Oh, wow, they're really ready. That put me up to 664. We got a lot of upgrades just now. Hazel After Dark Daytime Edition? Do you still have that channel? Yeah, sure. Do I remember how to log into it? Probably, technically, somewhere. We got some people cranking. One day it'll be me. Alright, Odin, send me downstairs. I do have a Kira on my lap. Foster kitty away today for his neuter, but sad he has to spend the day at the shelter instead of snugly warm. I remember when Moose was at his neuter appointment, I was a mess all day. Like, they told me I could come pick him up and they were like, yeah, it could be 4 hours, it could be 8 hours, you know, it just depends. We'll call you. And I was like, okay. Alright, I will not leave my phone away from my side. What do we do? And we went to the store that was nearby and we just like bought him dog toys because we missed him. We're like, do you think he'd like this one? Do you think he'd like this one? And then we just went home and we were just sitting around and it was like, I don't know what to do because what if they call? I need to go get him. I need to go get him. And then they took like the maximum amount of time. Like we went and picked him up like after dinner. But we spent basically the whole day just sitting around being like, I want my puppy back. Is he okay? I want my puppy back. Let me take him home. Where's my baby? Did he like the toys? Oh yeah, he likes all toys. I've never given him a toy he didn't like. They don't always survive very long with him. But he's really fun to shop for because he just has like a ball anytime that you give him anything to play with. He's like, wait, is that for me? And he just like does a backflip. It's hilarious. It's so cute. Yeah. Oh, hey, loot. I like it when the loot just drops directly. That's nice. But eventually we had to stop buying so many dog toys because they're expensive. It kind of adds up, and at a certain point your house is like drowning in them. The trick, if you have a puppy that likes toys, or a dog that likes toys, is to rotate them. Have like a stash that is out of access of the dog, and then on whenever you want to really impress him, or like once a week or whatever, put away the toys that he's been playing with and give him different ones, and he'll be so overwhelmed and excited by having access to these toys he hasn't seen in a while. It's like they're brand new all over again. It's basically like giving him a new toy, except it's cheaper because you already bought it. Yeah, rotate in terms of access, not in terms of axis. God, it's sad that that's the most clever thing I've thought of in like a whole day. Why was I so proud of that? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, man. I gotta up my standards. Hell yeah. Normal next, you betcha. Ooh. Necklace, I don't need it though. I'll just stick it over there. Something to be proud of. Sometimes you just trip and fall into them. Sometimes they just happen to you. Wow, I got another one. People would... I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal until we get to like 740. Getting the right ones. Rate difficulty on normal. Very good. I'm hoping that if I keep gearing up in raids and stuff, the World Quest and Heroic World Tier will start feeling a little bit less dangerous. I'm hoping they're not going to scale with me forever. Those World Quests do get easy 675 and they're fine. Okay. This is my remix main. This is my one and only remix character. I have not made any alts yet. Behold. Crawdad. The fabulous. At least mogging your weapon will stay mogged because you're not replacing it. That I have come to appreciate. No matter how many gear upgrades he gets, his bow is always going to look all pretty. How much bronze am I have? Oh, about 80, okay. Stay mogged all the time at midnight. I wonder how much. I guess I'll find out. I'm going to buy the satyr shoulders, I think. Love the skirt on Crawdad. I was so excited to finally get it. I'm glad that they didn't make me finish the Surmar campaign because that might have stopped me. I kind of want it in more colors. It's a cool bit of like architecture. The shape of it is nice. He kind of clips through it a little bit when he's running, but he looks great when he's walking. No, he's clipping through a little bit too. What is clipping? Is it his belt? Oh, it's his belt. He's got a little tassel on his belt that's clipping through the back of the robe. I was wondering why he had a tail. I didn't think he was that kind of troll. off and away. Leveling alt so fast. Nice! Have you been timing it? Do you have a record? I haven't leveled any second characters or anything yet. I've been trying to gear up my one. Maybe when I get him to 740 then I'll start an alt. Maybe. There we go. Every time I pull up details, I'm not in the top 10 and then I just close it again. It's not my time to shine. Eventually. Hour in on Warrior just hit 40. Holy. Yeah, that's a good question. What's your XP percentage at? I might end up leveling some alts for, well, I don't know, we'll see. Don't even know where to look for that. You would check your, and also you don't have to, don't mind me. It's on your infinite power buff. So mine's at 149%. Whoa. It would be 159 if I hadn't gotten stuck in Sir. Maybe off stream I'll have to try and beat that that boss. I'm just nervous to go back in that area again. Maybe if I like zoom all the way in and I look at the ground all the way towards it, then I won't lag out, or not lag out, but my graphics card won't fry itself so much. Although yesterday, as it was like my fans were spinning up and my computer was like melting a little bit, trying to run the game in that one spot in Surmar, I was thinking, you know what? Maybe that's good that my room is really cold right now. This is the best possible time for me to have like a serious chill going on. $10 to 80 takes about an hour for me at 400%. Ooh. Maybe that's when I'll level alts. Because I bet you they'd get a lot of power too. Like I have some vague notion now that I've seen how easy it is to do the Deathless Mythic run. Some vague notion about doing it on other armor types eventually. But if I can get this guy like fully geared and as much infinite knowledge as I can, then it would probably be a lot easier to get other characters kind of rolling because they'd level fast, they would get lots of power. That won't really help them skip the item level grind so much, but at least they'll have super juiced weapons while they're doing the item level grind. How do you get to 400%? I'm guessing a lot of infinite research, and then maybe leveling alts as well, because you get 10% per alt leveled, is what people were telling me. You also get 10% for finishing zone campaigns, so that'll give you a few. One of each class dailies. Infinite knowledge is all I've been targeting. 190% of my warrior. Well, that's great, though. Route your outside air to your PC and then use the waste heat to warm up your office. The outside air kind of is the inside air right now. Although I decided to finally bite the bullet and do a little drive and just pay a little markup to buy some extra firewood to tide us over because it was getting a bit inhumane. It was getting a little ridiculous inside. So I'm going to try to have a fire at least every second day, and that should help keep our temperature, you know, not warm, but above unreasonable. I don't know if the zone achievements are repeatable per character. That's a good question. Here's my normal. I suppose I should get out of Emerald Nightmare. I did an Emerald Nightmare. I forget what I did, though. Oh, I did Mythic Emerald Nightmare. That's right. So I didn't do Heroic or Normal Emerald Nightmare because we did Mythic Yen and then we went straight to Trial of Valor. Actually, you know what? Take me out of here. Well... yeah, I'm gonna Noswin's voucher my way back here. What percentage did you start Remix at? 30-ish. Somewhere like something like 30 for completion percentage. I want to see if I can get my my shoulders. It's from this guy, right? Maybe not. Not you. You know what happens? They're called First Satyr's Spalders. Pythagoras has them. Alt-click to set a waypoint. There we go. It's kind of a nice feature. It will include content that hasn't released yet as well. 30K. Okay. Thanks. Wow. Oh, wait. Heat pump installed, solar rebate. I promise I'm looking into all available rebates. I don't know about solar, but I have an expert looking into that on my behalf to help me apply for different programs because they are so confusing to me. It has occurred to us. Okay. What do I want to spend my stuff on now? I got 63K bronze. Did I buy everything that I could buy? I know I was missing some stuff off of Horos. I think I caught up on the stuff that I could get off of him that's available. So next patch I could get the ray gun if I want. I probably will. There's Syra's extra cloak. There's the Pilfered Sweeper. That's from the Wormton cache. Yeah. That'll be nice. Barrier generator. From an Argus rare. Yeah, Argus rare drops and stuff. That's right. Yeah, sure. Why not? What the hell? I have found the vendors behind the tents. We have been there. We just have rare elites. I guess I'm pretty much... I've kind of done the infinite research they're going to let me do. I want to do... Would it be a good idea to go crush 2 more Emerald Nightmares? Probably. It's probably a good idea. You sell all kinds of stuff. I haven't started shopping on him because I was afraid of doing it wrong. 30K per. Holy. That's expensive. Those are 20K. Those are chosen dead for other armor types. Yeah. 1. 2. A lot of appearances? A lot of appearances. Norwegian guy, thank you very much for the bits. Why not Classic WoW? First time chat here in bits. I play WoW Classic myself. I don't like new WoW after BFA. Well, thank you very much for the bits. I'm not playing Classic WoW because I like playing retail WoW. It's just a personal preference thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with either way. Raid vendors to get all the versions of the tier. Yeah, that is exciting. It's a lot of new appearances. Plus, they're usable on all armor types, whereas before some of them were class, like the tier sets were class locked. So there's more flexibility there. So that's nice. All right, let's go just finish up our raids. Let's just go finish up Emerald Nightmare. We can, I'll even look for a group here. We want Emerald Nightmare Heroic. I don't need Mythic. I need Heroic and then I need Normal. I can start flying out there, but they may or may not summon me. We'll see. And that'll get me basically some juice to use for the day. And then I think we can do her little Heroic World Tier World Questing. Try the Deathless Trial of Valor Mythic. I did it by accident. I completely forgot it was a thing. I joined a Trial of Valor Mythic because my Emerald Nightmare Mythic group did Trial of Valor secondly, and then it was Deathless completely. So it just happened. Just got to me. Mythic Emerald Nightmare. Didn't we do that already? I swear we did that today. Like on stream, like not that long ago. Yeah, I'm saved to Emerald Nightmare Mythic. We were just there. Avoid most stuff turtle if needed. Yeah, no, it was super easy. I just stood in things and I don't think it even mattered. You get to a certain item level and I think it just kind of falls over. So now I'm considering, based on how easy that was, I'm considering doing it on more armor types, but I still don't think I'm going to start in the Ulsta level until I've basically got this guy item level capped and then infinite knowledge capped are the two things. Yeah, I'll ask for a summon. I'm on my way, but just in case. But no, not bad. Not bad at all. Happy about that. 150. Oh, it gives you the Chronoscholar title. That's a lot of infinite research. My knowledge is at 19. 19 infinite knowledge. Coming along. I have all of the lore runners done with the exception of Suramar. Had a bit of a graphics issue that was preventing me from progressing there. I have the available dungeon ones done with the exception of the Mythic Plus one. I could maybe look into that. I haven't finished my world bosses yet. There's a lot of those. But the rest of it we have... Oh yeah, and then I need to do some Heroic World Tour stuff, which was the other thing I wanted to do today. This is a dungeon entrance. We're heading to the raid entrance. Wow. Time to find out if I can solo a Mythic Dungeon at 601. Have a druid in my raid with almost 500% verse. Also don't feel great to level so far, because we can't do World Quest to level 30. I keep trying to level new armor types and I just want to go back to my hunter. I'm just too excited about getting his item level up. Like, every upgrade feels so exciting to me. This is also much higher than it was earlier today for me. Coming along. Ow. $27 is the cap for before phase 2 for infinite knowledge. A lot of it just comes from getting more power as well. A lot of the sources are in phase 3 and 4. There's only 3 new knowledge sources in phase 2. Like classic more myself. Takes longer to level up, but more fun. Level 40 on my Dwarf Paladin. Soon level 41. Very nice. Early congratulations. Oh, hey kitty cat. How you doing? Yeah, you were crabby with me earlier. I kept forgetting things and getting up. Like, I sat down and then I realized I'd forgotten my earbuds, so I got up and got them. And then I sat down and then I realized I'd forgotten my water, so I had to get up again, and Kitty's like, Mom, seriously? Just let a cat sleep. Need a second chair so we can each have one. Yeah, I think phase 4 has most of the unlocks, but it does seem... I guess phase 1 has most of them, and then phase 4 is the next biggest chunk. It seems like getting your infinite knowledge as high as you can early, though, in phase 1 is going to help a lot, because all the content that we're going to be doing in phase 2 and 3 will get us so much farther in our infinite power. See how far I think my XP gain percent? Around 165%. Nice. Cruise. Infinite knowledge unlocks, I think is what Jeff was saying. Husband put one of those cat beds that clamps to desks in his office, and cat is a big fan. It clamps to a desk? Like how? I'm trying to visualize it. Kitty, would you want something like that? You probably wouldn't get into it. You just want my lap. If it was heated, like a monitor arm. Oh, interesting. Huh. You would want it to be heatable. I should just learn how to knit you a sweater and then see if you'd wear it. I feel like you would like that once you got used to it. You would hate it at first. You would look real cute though. What's your color, huh? You want pink? Purple? Blue? Green? Pretending I can knit. But yeah, after I finish my raids for the day, I think I'm going to get in World Tier and try to work on Legion Slayer 3. Sort of like hunt down empowered enemies. If possible, while doing world quests. Like, we can kind of double up on that. We can do world quests in Heroic World Tier and look for empowered enemies at the same time. I think that'll be fun. What do we think the fastest way to gear an alt is? It doesn't seem like there's a lot of gear catch up for alts, does there? Like, you're not your experience, sure, your infinite power, sure. Your gear it's kind of making you crawl through every 3 item level upgrade, isn't it? It's a good question. I don't think there's any... I think after they fix Mythic Plus, there's no ways to skip ahead in that anymore. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, Milligram. How you doing? How many raids do you have to do? High item level to farm all the transmogs? Not necessarily, but having high item level makes it faster to do things that I think will improve the speed at which you're getting transmog. It was a dumb change to Mythic Plus. I kind of get why they did it, but it does... I think they need to do something for alts. Or maybe they'll just improve the speed at which you're getting motes in a future phases or something like that, so that you can kind of catch your gear up faster. Or maybe they'll improve the rate at which motes give you upgrades. Maybe they'll start giving you bigger upgrades. Rather than just focus on infinite research quests. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I think on an alt I wouldn't do the campaigns again. I guess I don't know what I would do then, because you're right. If I'm not doing the questing campaigns again, then what are we up to? At least until world quests. Dungeons? Early raids? Research. Infinite research. Yeah, it helps out your whole account. Plus it's good gear. And it's not awful bronze. It could be a little bit better bronze. They do buff your bronze from it a little bit with as you get promoted, but not that much. I wonder if it's going to feel like my bronze income falls off a cliff once I've got like no more achievements left to get, or if it'll still feel like it's pretty juicy. Because I still got a few more million to go. You know, we're not out of it yet. Seems like they only let us go 740 in phase 1 begrudgingly, not super motivated to make it easy for alts. It's a lot of bronze, yeah. Oh, hey, okay. That's nice. Whoa! 80k today, just doing normal, heroic, mythic, Emerald Nightmare, and Trail of Valor. It does seem, I'd say pretty fast. I've been here for like an hour and a half. So the mounts that are red on the vendor are mounts that are going to become available to buy later on in Legion Remix. They're unleashing content in phases. So next week there's phase 2, and then there'll be a 3rd and a 4th phase, and they come out every 2 weeks. Return to Karazhan and Nighthold is the next phase. Cathedral of Night, Tomb of Sargeras is phase 3, and then Antorus, and that is phase 4. Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything up. You're all good. I think I will hit level 41 today. Watch on TwitchCon. Didn't realize Antorus was late, yeah. I kind of don't mind. I feel like it's a bit easier to... a little less to grapple with at first. I'm gonna live in Karazhan. Love that place. I mean, it's the dungeon Karazhan. It's the one that... it's the Legion dungeon Karazhan. Sorry, that's my PTSD speaking from our Midnight Mount farm. We did get it eventually. I still don't really want to go back, though. I don't have a pet. What happened? You just get too far behind? Hate the stage boss so much. It's a mega dungeon, isn't it, too? It's like it's gonna be the full thing. 2.3 more million bronze. I mean, if I get 100k bronze a day, that's 23 days. Not unreasonable. Fire Mage would pull through the floors. Last time it was in Mythic Plus. Plus, maybe eventually we'll end up getting more than 100k per day. Pretty easy. Hi, Mr. Sonic Jet. Happy Friday. Got one tabby cat myself. I call Simba. I know you have a cat yourself. I do. I have a kitty. She's on my lap right now. She's sleeping. She's all floopy and flopped down like they get when they're real sleepy. How do you get 100k bronze a day? Bunch of raids. Research. I don't know. I just feel like I guess some achievements. Maybe if I run out of achievements, it'll be harder. I feel like it can't be that unreasonable. If you're doing the raids on all difficulties, and then like more raids are gonna open up too. So once we have Nighthold to do, I think there'll be a lot of bronze from that. Ashen Punk, thank you for the 5-month resub. Appreciate it. Cats is best. Am I in heroic? Yeah, because after this we can do a normal. Legion Remix Helper is what I was using to help scrap stuff. Works a real treat. Legion Remix Helper. I have it set to automatically queue things for scrapping if they are 1 or more item levels lower than what I'm wearing. And then I'm still sorting through like my jewelry, but it helps a lot. I skipped Legion out of spite for how bad WoD was, and I still can't force myself to play Linus. Hey, if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. One thing I do like being a hunter for is having feigned death to get out of combat whenever I can't loot a chest like that. I used to play a paladin and a mage and BFA myself back in the day. Oh, I got more of this stuff. That gave me 97.5k infinite power. Put that up to 26. At first it seemed like I was never going to get that built up because it took me so long to even fill out the tree in the first place, but the infinite knowledge definitely helps. Hey, look, my explodey thing got me on the top of the meter for 30 seconds. Oh, no, okay, 5 seconds. 3 seconds. Never mind. Well, that was fun. Counts for something. I guess if I really wanted to, I could do LFR as well. Do I want to? I don't know. 4 difficulties per day of the 2 raids might be enough. It does feel like it's giving me lots of item level though. I started today at average of 654, and we're up to 667, so I'm 13 up from where I started this morning. I think I'll add the mythic. If I can continue to get into groups like that, I think I'll add the mythic raids to my daily rotation now. Xavius always makes my fans spin up. Something about this fight upsets my computer a little bit. Trying to decide if I should stop doing normals. It just kind of depends on if you feel like there's something that you'd rather do with that time. Oh, nice. I think I'm gonna do a normal. Someone said I could trade these now. Now that I've bought the satyr shoulder, someone said I could trade them for bronze. I think maybe a vendor would do it. Let's see if we can find a nice, fast, normal Emerald Nightmare. Fresh, normal. I mean, they're all gonna say quick clear. Fast run. Same vendors as shoulders. Gotcha. Is it good bronze or not really, just to make you feel like you don't have to delete them? $2.5K? Oh. Yeah. For what? Each? Oh, for a stack of 5. Yeah, actually, alright. I'll take that. I'm not mad at that. That's fine. Get caught up in my gear a little bit. Couple more pieces to use. Good. I can't believe how lucky I'm getting with the Agitar rings. What I really need is I really need a volatile magic ring. Now, holy moly. Maybe I should have kept my higher item level volatile magic neck now that I think about it. I didn't. Maybe I should have. Just so that I could swap that one on and do extra touch of malice instead. Anyway, I just go by my average item level. It seems to do fine for me. $669, almost $670. I want 700. 700 I feel like is like a nice milestone. When does the item level cap go up? I don't think it does. I think they gave us the full item level cap right away. People were saying that originally on PTR they had it staggered out and they changed their mind. They backpedaled on it. Alright, we're on the board for this group at least. Good afternoon, morning, and tonight. Good morning or afternoon or evening. How are things going with you? I've been having kind of a cozy time just slamming remix raids. This is most of what I've been doing today. Normal, heroic, mythic. Time zones. It's morning for me. 10:45 a.m. here on the west coast of Canada-ish. Working on my 4th character of the ride. Nice. Oh, there's a mage in here. Wow. We never see mages. I wonder why my hunter pets are so slow. Yeah, it's okay. We're running. This should get me enough of these fragmented mementos to get one more good use out of them, a couple more levels. It's nice having this at 19. Not enough mages for endgame. A lot of people are playing demon hunters and a lot of people are playing hybrid classes. Actually, this group has 3 mages. That's pretty good. No rogues, and I'm the only hunter. No warlocks either. Haven't seen a rogue in a raid like ever. They're just too sneaky. Demon Hunters, Paladins, Blood DKs. Do you feel stronger? Heroic World Tier feels a little weaker? I'm gonna find out. I was kind of trying to do... I'm trying to do my raids for the day before I get back into Heroic World Tier. Just to give myself every edge that I can. But I'm gonna, after this raid, I'll probably get up and take a short break. And then I'm gonna turn Heroic World Tier back on. And have a go at it. See if it feels as dangerous as it did. Because I'm a decent item level up from where I was before. Also, my character's starting to look kind of crazy. He needs to fix his mog. I'm gonna just resummon my pets. Yeah, thank goodness transmog free. Oh, I can mount in here. There we go. It's nice and fast to update it. It's just annoying that you have to keep doing it. Leveling a rogue in remix, but it feels so painful for me to PvE as a rogue. I'm doing better at not falling behind in raids now. I'm starting to learn the direction of which bosses people like to do. First time I came in here, I ran to dragons before Ursoc and then missed Ursoc completely. Tried heroic world tier, my leveling paladin. It still sucks to me. Gonna use it until after 80. Work on achievement progress. Nice. Most people are any flavor of tank. Yeah. If I was going to do characters of other armor types, I think my leather character will be a demon hunter. And my plate character, I guess, could be a... Oh, no, I should do warrior and not blood DK because I actually have the blood DK class mounts, but I don't have the regular warrior class mounts. So if there was any chance of me getting them, I would need to do it on warrior. As of next week, 5 tank meta is over. That's good. I feel like I've heard that before. Maybe people are just talking about changes that aren't in yet, I guess. We're going. This mage just decided they're not waiting for anybody. You still get loot, so I don't think it's the end of the world. When I fell behind, I got mailed the loot from Ursoc. I don't know why I was surprised, considering how many tanks we ran, but the Q in a tank was kind of bad and ended up going healer for instant Qs. Fascinating. I guess that makes sense. There's only 2 tank spots per like LFR wing too. So you'd, especially if you're trying to queue for raids. If you're having trouble with world content, they added in Cleftuff Pets, more survivable. Ended up leveling a Holy Pally. It's been super fun. Something about a Zandalari Paladin just tickles my brain. Priest for the Cloth Achieve because it's the only healing option. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I'll do it, but not yet. Not yet. Later me problem. Just for dungeons, don't know how it would be for LFR. Tank's popular because you're immortal in heroic world tier even while leveling. It's the easiest way to do endgame too. I'm imagining they do basically just as much damage as well. See if my pets will catch up. I like keeping a cunning pet out for the extra run speed so that I don't fall behind. Am I on the board? Yeah. I'm doing like 6 mil DPS. It's not nothing. It's just not 30. It's coming along. It's improving. Whoa. I kind of like watching the water follow people off the cliff every time. Pally tank, priest cloth, druid for leather. For the healer Qs, good plan. What are you doing for mail? Oh yeah, Hunter. Hunter's my remix main. There you go. I've seen almost no evokers around either. I can't remember the last time I saw one in like a raid. They must be here. You can play them, right? I'm pretty sure you're allowed to play. I wonder if it's weird without like a class hall? You can't play evoker? Oh. Well, that would be why. You can't play an evoker. Okay, well, no wonder I haven't seen any. It would be weirder if I had. Evoker mains in shambles. Oh, you can play Drakthir but not evoker. Gotcha. That's probably what I saw. Would have been a good choice, though. Yeah. Oh no. Someone didn't rate. It's like, sorry. My kid was choking on something. I had to take care of that. Oh my god. Oh dear. Does that happen often? Oh, raid chat's being nice. I hope they're okay. I guess we're assuming they're okay, otherwise they wouldn't be coming back to continue fighting Elganon. Oh dear. Every time my dog, like, eats his food a little bit too fast and has to, like, cough a kibble back up, I'm like, buddy, come on. We've been over this. You have to breathe. Don't inhale the food. Never learns. Although he seems pretty good at hacking stuff up by now, so. Hasn't died yet. I wonder if people are going to get the item level to the point that they can just bypass the 99% reduced damage taken. It's a lot of damage reduction. Lady Cat will choke herself in her toy bin looking for stuff, so it has to be tipped over. Oh dear. My pet's gone again. Oh, they died. It's funny, the speed of the raid seems to be inversely proportional to the difficulty of the raid. I think just because of the average item level of the groups that you're doing them with. She's otherwise very smart, so it feels extra dumb. She'll choke on her toy bin. How does that even work? My goodness. Hangs her head over the edge to look in. Oh, does she just like put pressure on her like her windpipe or whatever? Yeah. Moose will do that like on my arm if we're cuddling. He'll put his whole chin and his whole head right over my arm, but then he'll just kind of like smush his throat down on it and go. Hey, nearly finished with this. Bronze is pretty good. Back up to 19k. We're getting about a little over 1k per boss. It was better obviously in the higher difficulties, but it's still something. Up to 28 here. Yeah, I've been neglecting this because I haven't been doing all my raids every day. I do them here and there, but I think this would be a lot more progressed if I had been doing them regularly because of those these guys, the Fragmented Mementos of Epoch Challenge. I know something. I've got 30% Versa. Somebody told me that capped at something, but I forget what. I guess everything caps at something. Oh, kitty left. I don't have any tea today to warm up my hands. I'm trying to just like stick one hand under my legs alternately to like retoast it back up. I guess I could try. Well, no, I want to do the world tier thing first. I haven't done any mythic dungeons at all. I'm sure I'm overgeared, especially for like mythic zeros. I just need to do a 7 for the 1 knowledge. Maybe I should try and join a group or something. See if anyone's like listing a group for like a 7 or an 8 or something and see if they'll take me. I'm assuming just to fill groups it wouldn't be that bad. I don't think the dungeon will be hard, it's just getting into something. But I'm 660, I think it'll be fine. My favorite thing about Remix is that I don't have to do any mechanics. I get to just blow through all of the stuff and enjoy the pretty pictures and not have to worry about what the content is. You could probably solo it, the 7? I was thinking about maybe soloing the 0, just to get a key. See what that feels like. I want my character to start feeling strong. I'm sure he is relatively strong, but I haven't done anything that really makes me feel that bossin' yet. NPC to give you a key. Like a panda lady, right? Hallow's End starts tomorrow and there's new stuff to get from the dungeon? Oh dear. I'm not ready. I'm busy. Well, okay. Thank you very much. 20s are portal streets, keys, 7s are pretty easy. How much knowledge do you have? Huge for progression? 20. Currently sitting at 20. Alright, let's use this. Get another piece of gear. So we wear these. Ooh, not bad at that. Wear that one. And then I am going to just hearth him to Dalaran. And I will be right back. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Terrible time for Halloween. They should just wait. Oh, turbulent time wave starts the week Remix ends or the week after, something like that. Oh boy. Okay, so I have two options here. I could work on my heroic world tier thing, or I could try and do a key. Oh yeah, she'll give me the keystone. Yeah, sure. Give me one. I'm just gonna have a look. See if anyone's looking for a 7. There's some 8. I have a Shara. There's a Vault of... I don't really want to do Vault of the Wardens. Oh yeah, alright. They'll take me. I will head vaguely there. And this should just be good for a knowledge. Hi, baby girl. Welcome back. I used to have too much to do in WoW, but let me queue for Halloween and my Remix character. I'm hoping that I can get the new Hallow's End stuff just by doing a daily dungeon on my priest and nothing else. They certainly made me work for the Brewfest stuff. Always want to decorate a certain way. Either never have the stuff I want or I see someone else's get super discouraged. I had to stop looking at people's online postings of their Animal Crossing house setups because it made me feel too bad about mine. I did not have the out-of-the-box thinking that is needed to make some of these things. And I don't feel good copying anyone else's. You know, like I would see something and I would be like, how did you even do that? And they would be like, well, if you put this funny tier of floor under this thing of furniture, it has this effect. It's like, oh, okay. Or like people like custom. I never in all of Animal Crossing really messed with custom patterns or designs beyond making one once for like the intro quest. You know? And people do crazy things with them, and it's great that it's an option, but always kind of overwhelmed me a little bit. I suppose I can use some scrolls here. See them on Pinterest, add them to my pin. Never gonna try and redo those in my game. Yeah. I think WoW housing is gonna be the same. I'm just gonna try not to look too much at what the really smart people are doing because it's just gonna overwhelm me. Maybe I can be a beacon of normal person decorating. You know, put table in corner, put rug under table. Congrats, you did it. I'm assuming this is going to feel pretty much just like a random heroic, but with a timer on it. I don't know, we'll see. I'll just follow the tank until they decide to stop. They're probably going to run to the first boss. Our tank is item level 716, so yeah, I'm fully expecting them to run to the first boss. I wonder what they're doing a 7 for. Way too many hours building crazy stuff in Minecraft. I'm a little worried and excited about housing. Let me just get my hunter pets up. Oh, I lost somebody. Oh, I'm on the meters. Oh, we don't even have a healer. I was like, did our healer die? Oh, we're making do. Affixes. Grievous? Grievous without healers, huh? That's a choice. What am I supposed to do? Like, am I not just gonna be bleeding out the whole time, or am I supposed to regen health faster than I'm bleeding with Grievous? Turtle does not cleanse it. Leech will take care of Grievous, okay. Maybe I should switch to a leech pet. I have 1% leech, so maybe I should pull out a ferocity pet or something. Because 1% doesn't seem like very much. Here, I'll use acceleration on cooldown. Which is my ferocity pet anyways? Do I have one? Is my Direhorn ferocity? No, he's tenacity. I don't have a ferocity pet, so there's no leech. Well, I don't seem to be dying, so... Oh, I think the priest helped me, rather. Or maybe the druid. I'm sure it's fine, then. Probably die a bunch of times, but still time it fast. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling this isn't going to be a 32-minute exercise. I do wonder if the next boss is going to get kind of crazy. Shouldn't take that hard. We have way too high HP to really care about it. Okay. It's still making me nervous. I'm a little worried about this. Yeah. You might have too high HP. Healers in Remix are an urban legend like Alfredo sauce and Garfield. I don't get it. Alfredo sauce is real. Can't speak for Garfield. Never met the kid. Wanted to learn Remix to use Remix to learn how to heal. Yeah. I wanted to heal and remix the first one as well, and then I found out that it's not. No one needs you to. Are you sure? I've made it, I'm pretty sure. You get, I mean, it's expensive, but you get some cream, you get some Parmesan, you get some butter. Black pepper. Okay, I haven't made it in a while. I usually just do a bechamel sauce instead, because I'm cheap. Callis starts tomorrow. I'm not ready. Too much to do. I've had almost 2 weeks to enjoy Remix unbothered, undisturbed. Throw some parsley and you'll be fine. Barbara Red, you've lost me, but I'm frightened by the combination of words. What do you mean? Hopefully something is in autocorrect. Now that I'm 710 bag, I'm level can't get rid of the 620 neck. Yeah. Not much new in Hell's End, but I doubt it. There's definitely new stuff. I don't know what, but there's stuff. Someone said something about a horse. We'll see. Got that Philomena cunt mentality right now. I tried watching that. I couldn't. I know people really like it. I couldn't get into it. There's something about my brain that was not allowing it to happen. New horse and set. Flying for tokens. Recolors the trading post ones. Gotcha. Yeah, apparently divisive. Apparently Philomena Kunk is a bit not controversial, but divisive around here. I wonder if I need any of these for portals. Might do. I'm assuming once I'm fully item level capped, doing 20s for portals won't be a big deal. The same way that doing the Deathless Mythic Trial of Valor just kind of happened. Caccio Pepe, all the rage. I was hoping you were going for that. When you typed Pepsi, you had me a little worried. I was trying to think of someone making like an Alfredo sauce and like an Italian pasta dish, but then including Pepsi Cola. And then I thought the internet has gone too far. So I'm a little relieved. I was hoping that was what you were after. Thank you very much. TYVM. Time-worn Keystone Adept. That's what we wanted. Nice infinite knowledge. Oh, you get fragmented mementos from those too. That's nice. GTs. All right, I don't hate remix keys. I'll let them happen. I'll accept it. Nice bronze cash. I'm going to pop myself back and you can braise meat with Coke. I've heard people doing that. I don't want any part of it. Court of Stars, Nel's Lair, Darkheart Thicket, Halls of Valor, Black or Cold. How do I find out which ones I need? Hero's Path, Legion. So I have Halls of Valor, Nell Flare, Court of Stars, Black or Cold, and Darkheart Thicket. Okay, so I'm good. I don't need it. I've got them already. Today years old, I found an NPC you talk to in Dalaran, puts you on an eagle to the Hunter Hall. It's a nice shortcut to High Mountain for hunters, because it'll basically port you there. that puts me at 21 infinite knowledge. Happy with that. What do you mean I've spent all these years playing? Yeah, it's always been there. Not just a remix thing. For hunters, specifically for hunters, mind you. Okay, so I did my dungeon, so I'm gonna say put me in heroic world tier. I should be fine, I'm 670. And I want to go do world quests, I want to find empowered enemies, and I may as well do my, the rest of my emissaries while we're at it. So we'll start in Stormheim. We'll head out in that vague direction. If there's anything easy we can do here. Like that. Today's the day I will have my last Mechanica for Undermine for the last mount. How does it feel? Did the birds chirp a little extra chirpier today? Sun shining? New horseman armor guaranteed to drop 1 per day. No duplicates. Okay. I just did the achievement Time-Worn Keystone Adept for an infinite knowledge. It's to time... Not even time. To complete a +7 or higher key in time running. So just doing a 7 key. I did an 8. Just once. Did you figure out the ensemble thing? Did I figure out the ensemble thing? You get 1 for doing a Mythic Deathless run, and then the regularly available one is also still available, but for some reason they give you progress everywhere once you picked it up. Is there anything else that I need to figure out? Is there more to it? Hunter shortcut's diabolical. I found out long ago, but I flew it to High Mountain for a long time. It trips me up in Remix because it's right next to the Remix portal that takes you to the bazaar. And I tend to just like muscle memory click on the portal for some reason. So I have to really try if I'm trying to port to High Mountain. You can also, I think, complete the regular sets as well. Like, it'll give you the quest if you've never done it before. And it was giving me quest progress everywhere and not just inside the Trial of Valor raid. Did your character launch a shark? Yeah, that's the Terror from Below trait. I have 2 of them on my jewelry. Also, I feel like the game sounds a little high compared to my music. I'm glad that we want to do so many world quests for achievements in Remix, because I like an excuse to do a lot of world quests. They tickle my brain just the right way. Even in retail, I'll end up getting distracted on my way places and be like, hold on. They need me to patch holes in the pipes. They can't do it without me. They promised me 800 gold. Got carried through a +5 arcway in less than 3 minutes. Nice. New stuff on the vendor as well. Weapons? Yeah. Okay. We can do it. I am using Legion Remix Helper to give me this extra Legion Remix tab. And it is tracking my things that I have and have not collected. So I can see that I need another 2.3 mil bronze to get the rest of the stuff. And it'll show you like a whole list of everything available. You can have it show you which vendor it comes from, how much bronze it costs. But yeah, this is the progress bar I'm working off of. This is the Legion Remix Helper one. Still don't understand what happened. How do they move that fast? Arcway I feel like is a lot of running. Suramar is unlocked, yes. You can do the endgame campaign, you can do world quests. I don't think Insurrection is available. I don't think you can do that yet. That one is coming next patch. Insurrection along with Nighthold. But you can do the open world content. Alright, that's that. World quests. World quests. For emissaries. We also want to be working on empowered enemies in Heroic World tier. Which I think I'm going to trip and fall on more of them as we go here. As we actually get into bigger quest areas. I was surprised I didn't see any over there. Hmm. 75.71% in remix according to the add-on. Rep for Paragon caches. If it works the same way that it used to in retail or that it does in retail, it will continue stacking, but not to the point of a second one. So it'll go up to, if you need 10k rep to get a Paragon cache and you have one waiting, it'll continue to work toward your second one up to the point of 9,999, but then it'll stop. All right, Tip Tug. Got your number. That's how it works in retail, I'm pretty sure. Need the next segment of this event to happen. I want more of the vendor mounts. The empowered enemies aren't awful if you don't have a ton of other stuff with them. It's if you get them when you're not expecting them that they can really get you. Although I do have more item level now. Okay, Power of the Obelisks. Is there another Power of the Obelisk? There is, just for a bronze cache. I guess I'll keep clicking on this. Fastest way to push item levels, dungeons and raids. Dungeons and raids are good. I would also do your infinite research. But there's nothing wrong with zone questing and world questing. That'll help too. But you definitely get you get motes and stuff pretty fast from dungeons and raids, especially if you do them on the highest difficulties you can. So you can spam Mythic Plus all day if you want. I find I get a pretty good amount from doing both of the raids on normal and then on heroic. And then on Mythic if you can get into it. You can repeat the difficulties within a given day. I can never remember where her cave entrance is. You'd think it would be... Oh, it is right over here. That's exactly where you think it would be. Pretty sure I lost some rep already. Didn't want to test again. Potentially lose more. The rep caches in Remix don't seem that crazy anyway. Yeah, people have been playing a lot, so a lot of people are really, really juiced to the gills. And your character will get there too, but you just have to keep playing. They've just put a bunch of hours in. You're doing the right stuff. You just got to keep doing it. Gearing feels 10 times better than retail. It's nice that it keeps you on a nice drip feed of upgrades. You never go too long without getting at least a little upgrade. Is this quest a good one? I guess we'll find out. Cresses, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we board the ship, and then what do they want? Captain... Oh, just this guy up here? Also. What's his buff do? He empowers nearby allies, so that's part of his problem. And then he also occasionally summons demons. Sure does. This definitely hurts, but not as much as it did before. This hurt a lot when I was, 40 item levels ago. Thank you for the great content. Aw, shucks. Thanks for being here and for supporting it. Is this the whole world quest? Yes, it is. Oh, it's not! There's more steps! I knew it was too good to be true. Now what do you want? Okay. That's not bad. I was leveling. Alt, turned off heroic because rares just insta-killed me. Item level's too far above the gear that I have. I was having problems at lower levels with it too. Empowered enemies. I need a bunch of these, so anytime I see him, I think we're just gonna stop and get them. Are they pretty good? You get infinite power. I get 575 power just for killing them. Oh, do I want to do this one? This one sucks. I'll do them when there's a Kirin emissary up. Do I care enough to do it without the Kirin emissary? I don't know. Also, I'm going to click off my Nostwin's buff because I don't want to port back. I don't remember where I even ported from. Alright. I'm going to dismiss my pets, actually. Thoughts and prayers. Oh. They gave me easy ones. Oh, I'm about to try 23 quarter stars with no heals. Pray for me. You got this. Get another piece of gear. I'm already wearing that one. I did not have any luck with getting Ghost Ship to work, but we can probably do Creeping Mists. Is it easier to do these puzzles strafing? I mean, I feel like I did fine. Okay. Maybe? Okay, we're gonna go do the Mist Callers and keep an eye out for more of these guys. This has been better so far. I'm feeling a little bit less scared of Heroic World Tier. I still don't think... I still don't think that I would do it... Well, maybe this character's just strong enough to leave it on all the time now. Maybe I will. Especially because he's not really campaign questing anymore unless I decide to finish up the last little bit of Suramar. Occasionally summons demonic allies. Okay, so the green crystal summons demons. The orange thing empowers the nearby allies. There must be other ones. Those are the only two that I really notice. I think the versatility is helping me out a lot. That and getting lucky and getting some upgrades in my jewelry, giving me the stamina, I think is helping me not die so much. What did you do when you hit 80? Dying a lot now in normal tier mode? I continued working on campaign quests, honestly, as a fresh 80. I did some random dungeons, like random normal and random heroic dungeons. Some normal raids. I pretty much went and tried to pick objectives off of this Wowhead page to do to focus on getting my knowledge up so that I would be getting more infinite power. Heroic mode feels like ideally done in a tank. I don't mind so much that it sort of sucked at first because it makes me feel even more like it lets me feel my progress, I guess. I feel even more powerful now than I did because I was able to feel the relative difference. What does this buff do? 40% damage and health. CC abilities suppress it for 8 seconds. It explodes on death, doing damage to enemies. And additional nature damage. Loss of control suppresses the explosion. Okay, so I'm going to just CC it, and then I'm going to see if I can pop it. within 8 seconds-ish. And then I'm gonna stun it and then kill it. Oh, that was fine. I don't know if that was all necessary, but it was nice. I guess I'm glad that I read it. I don't know if I would have noticed that before. The fragmented mementos, you combine 100 of them and it gives you a huge chunk of infinite power and stamina. It's nice to, if you can, hold on to those without using them until you have some infinite knowledge, like maybe 10 or so. Because, like, from other sources, because they'll give you much more power when you use them if your knowledge is boosted a little bit. You don't have to hold on to them forever, because at a certain point you're getting knowledge from getting power, but I held on to those until roughly 10-ish, and then I started using them. They'll give you about 80 plus K power per use at that level, which will help you juice up your limits unbound. Okay, that's done. Heroic mode does not feel like the benefits are worth it. I'm mainly doing it right now for the Legion Slayer achievement, so I can get another infinite knowledge from that. That's kind of what we're after right now. What do we get? Legs? Upgrade. Infinite knowledge is a currency you can get that scales the rate at which you gain infinite power. That article I put just a few levels up in chat has a list of the sources of them. So it's a good thing to pursue first. If you're kind of looking for some direction at level 80, it's a good thing to make a habit of getting. Oh, that's why I did that, because I did my emissary. Unlocked the Sargari Commander's Regalia set. Looks awesome. Heroic mode only worth it after level 80 to work on achievements. If you could somehow manage to quest just as fast in heroic mode as you're doing outside of it, you would be gearing faster because you get more modes. You get twice as many modes from quests when you have heroic world tier on. But it was taking me twice as long to do the quest, so it kind of doesn't... It was kind of a wash for me. Damage on this guy's not as good as I thought it was. I guess I'm doing 3.8 mil. I need more power. Hang on. This might be a little spicy. Stun her. Not that spicy actually, not too bad. I just want to be doing all the empowered enemies I can find. Kelly's forces? Oh yeah, down here. I don't know why I came over to repair my gear. I don't have any gear to repair. Oops. Just needed some direction. I felt really overwhelmed when I first got to 80. I felt like there was a million different directions I was being pulled in, and I had a hard time sort of sussing out which things to work on first. But doing knowledge first gave me a good framework. And you'll get item level along the way, too. I wouldn't worry too much. You're not going to really do anything wrong. There's nothing you're going to, like, critically mess up by doing in the wrong order. I need to spot an empowered mob. They have an icon over their head. They'll also have a buff, but they look pretty noticeable. Let me see if I can find one. Hello? Oh, maybe not. Grab some regular mobs, then. I guess I am still in heroic world tier. I should maybe calm down. And there's a couple of different empowerments that do different things, it seems. I'm mainly doing those obelisks for the achievement. I'm sure the buffs are fine. Oh, it gives you 20% leech. I really thought there'd be more empowered dudes down here. It is nice getting an AoE pack and then just Twisted Crusade. Just popping them. Yeah, we can finish Legion Slayer. That'll be pretty easy. Just gotta find 30 more of them. There's also a quest for doing just world quests in general in Heroic World here, and it gives you a big bronze cache. The Withered Army training achievement I think I can leave alone. I don't think I'm too worried about that. I can live without that bronze. But yeah, this feels a million times better than it did even the day before yesterday. That extra item will make a difference. So, this guy, he's got a little symbol over his forehead, so he's empowered, and then you can mouse over to check out what the buff does. It seems like the rares are often, if not always, empowered in World Tier. You get a set for World Quest in Heroic Mode also? Probably a recolor of the Sargeria Commander thing, right? If I had to guess. Purple one. Ooh, I do like purple. Wouldn't say no to that. Vampire. Legion World Quests are one of the things that I'm actually most nostalgic for from Legion. You know, I remember doing this. So what does this empowerment do? Engorge. Oh, that's the exploding one. So I want to CC it right before it dies. Like that. Although, honestly, the explosion doesn't seem to hurt that bad. And then that one has the Beacon of Chaos that summons demons. Yeah, do a bunch of world quests in Heroic World Tier and kill a bunch of those empowered enemies. You'll see them around. It's not a big deal to grab them while you're out. Pirates on the boat. Pirates on the coast. Are my pets here? Yeah, they're here. Okay. I need to remember to use my remix time ability. It's nice for getting your demon back, your Twisted Crusade back. Off cooldown. Pretty good day of remix. Bunch of raids. Did my first key. Getting some world quests and Heroic World Tier done. Oh man, the bronze in the sky is not worth it just for the sake of the bronze. It's giving you like 1. I don't know why those don't give you more. I guess maybe they don't want it. They just want it to be a bonus. They don't want people going out and doing them on purpose and that being the only thing you do. Those are not actual world quests. That one is, but we don't like that one. Head out to High Mountain and do some out there. Any more? Yeah. You and you and you. Thank you. See if I can actually do this. They're a little scary all together because they buff each other. At this point, Dungeon World Quest is your world quest. I guess you're right. I could just go solo the dungeon. Kind of a big world quest, though. At a certain point, the yeah, the Paragon caches are a little bit annoying. There's just a lot of them. Could use more than 138 bronze out of them. For a second, I'm like, oh, you've got an empowerment, and he probably does, but for Alliance characters and not for Horde. Alright, we're heading to High Mountain. We want to start over there, maybe? Might be good. Hi, Vinrail. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope everybody's got a lovely weekend lined up with the activities of your choice. I was getting caught up on vacuuming yesterday because I thought the exercise might warm me up. And I made the rather dim decision to try to vacuum up some wood ash because I thought this will clean it up. And I didn't Google whether or not that was a good idea first, and I pretty much immediately clogged my vacuum filters and brought its suction down to like half. And I went, well, one way to learn. So then I spent the second part of my afternoon taking apart the vacuum and cleaning each of the individual filter components, of which there are a shocking amount in that particular model. It's not just the one filter, there's a whole bunch of them. And then setting them all out to dry, so my vacuum's out of commission for a few days while it completely re-dries before I try and put it back together. However, I think I was kind of due to do that anyways. I haven't cleaned my filters in ages, and sometimes it's good to get into the beater brush and like cut all the dog hair and stuff off of it. Farming Time Walking Draenor and 55 characters. Holy! Sounds like a nice weekend. Frit filter. I'm hoping that it's back to full suction now that I've cleaned it. I got a lot of stuff out of there, so we'll see. Apparently, there are such things as ash vacuums, but they are specifically designed for the fine particle matter that wood ash is composed of. So until then, I'll just stick with scooping it with my glovey hands into my bucket. Didn't realize my vacuum had multiple filters for about a year. It's just one of those things that, like, when I get the vacuum, I read the manual, and I'm like, I'm going to take good care of this because it's my new thing, and then I immediately forget about that. Use it for a couple of years, then I go, oh yeah, I was supposed to do something. Shop vac's good. Some of them won't filter enough of the wood ash and will then blow the particles out the exhaust. If you just try using any shop vac. Is the thing that I found when I was Googling anyway. Some might work fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to end up with an ash vacuum. I'll have to see how often I'm wanting to have fires even after we get the heat set up. Recommend getting a shop vac instead of a regular one. I want a good wet dry one. I'm just waiting for something that is of decent heft to go on sale. These things seem to go on sale often enough that if I don't need it imminently, I can probably wait. Oh, nice achievement. Good bronze. Broken Isles World Quests. This way. But yeah, I've heard that you want to have a shop vac before you think you need it, because you never know when there's going to be like a large, very liquid mess that you need to deal with, and that you want to actually be able to use a wet vac to move it. I need to figure out how I'm going to organize all these tools and things. Like, I'm getting things because I have space for them now, but I don't. They're just kind of piling up in my spare room right now. Hope this advice comes through before something happens. I was doing research about the ash vacuums already. If I do, I won't try to vacuum ash again without an ash vacuum, I'll tell you that much. I've learned my lesson there. That was the moral of my story. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea in the first place. I was just like, oh, vacuum, this will work great. Some people on some old forums have funny stories about trying to vacuum stuff up with a regular vacuum and accidentally having it on exhaust and blowing it all over the living room. We had a regular one that needed to be cleaned in insane ways and would die at the sight of a sock or a wrapper that was too big. Never again. I mean, forgive me, but wrappers, sure. A sock, though. Do you want your vacuum to be inhaling socks? I feel like that's the kind of item that you want to remove before it is sucked up into the canister. How big are these socks? Sock left on floor. Fair real estate. Have kids using the vac sometimes, yeah. It's to scare the monster from Monsters, Inc. I guess you don't want it to die, but... Oh, big friend. How are we doing? 28 of 50. We're getting there. It's coming along. Are you empowered? No, he's just summoning snails. Is that an empowerment? Or is that just a buff that he has? I feel like snails are specific to these guys. In the EU, they put a limit on how powerful your vacuum can be, and I purchased a new one. It's just not picking up stuff properly from the carpet. Oh, that's disappointing. It's one of those things that you want to just work. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard that using like a rubber broom attachment, not for the vacuum, but just in general, is really nice for getting pet hair and just like hair in general off of rugs. And I guess carpet or upholstery as well. I don't have one yet, but it's one of the things that I want to pick up at some point. Again, if I see like a good sale. Because I feel like it would do some damage. I have a lot of pet hair around here, and my vacuum, you know, when it's not being choked by wood ash, does a pretty good job of picking it up, but sounds like fun. Someone living with 2 cats, really miserable. We have any new, oh yeah, we can make some more gear. New helmet. Average up to 671 today. Nice. Maybe this weekend I'll get to 700. I kind of want to be to 740 before the next phase starts. It's a little unreasonable. It's not really necessary, but I kind of want to try. I guess if I did all my raids for a day and I wanted to continue working my item level, the fastest thing would probably be to do keys. Just get into groups for keys. I am average item level 671. 665 equipped. Because I don't update my jewelry until I find new ones with the right traits. Once I cap one character, it'll be in stasis until the next phase. Yeah, I think so too. Especially if I've done everything that I'm going to do for infinite knowledge at that point. I guess I don't need to worry too much about capping him because I'm going to be doing content in the next phase. Maybe the next phase will be more about ults for me. The power of friendship, I think you can do it. Yeah. Is that going to ruin my enjoyment of the next phase if I've rushed through all the item level grind now? If I'm doing Nighthold and I'm not getting any item level upgrades, am I gonna care? Or I guess I just do it on an alt at that point. As long as we're getting bronze. Probably fun to do at least once just to get your achievements and to look huge. Or do you just do all the raids on Mythic super fast on your super high level character for bronze? That's how I got a lot of my bronze at the end of Mop Remix. try to do the 10 item levels a day thing. I'm excited about that advice. I keep giving it back to other people. But then apparently I'm wanting to do like 20 item levels a day or 30 item levels a day. Because you do the first 10 and then you're like, that was fun, now what? Just greedy. I want it all. Don't know how much bronze you'll need for the last phase and housing stuff, which they will probably add. True. I think by then I'll be pretty well equipped to grind bronze, though. It'll be coming pretty quickly. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if they increase the amount that you earn later on. You already earned it at a pretty good clip, but just for catch-up for the people starting late that want to get everything. I think the benefit of starting early will just be that we get to be done with it sooner, so that we can then move on to whatever else it is that's going on. Does this guy count as empowered? Oh yeah, he does. Nice. I'm just gonna run, I think. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. At least until we get up to like a... Well... Alright, fine. Hi Hazel. Hi Kirk, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hope your week's been good. Oh, there's an empowered guy over there, though. I'm never gonna get out of this game. There's one behind me. There's one in front of me. I need another 19 of them. Come over here. Cooldown's back. Let everybody group up nice and tight. Use my guy. Oh, I love that. It's so fun. Alright, now we're leaving. I want to leave this cave. I'm going home. Item level 671 average. I started the stream today at 654. I guess I'm not getting 30 in a day. Maybe 20 if I'm lucky. My knowledge is coming up too, though. We're up to 21. If I can get this done, it'll be 22. This is the Bitestone Enclave, and I don't believe I can mount in here. Oh. We need this guy. And this guy. Up to 34. Okay. Pick another world quest. Go do harpies or something up there. You know what I should be using to get around the caves is the fell meteorites. That might, well, it's just gonna stick me in the roof, isn't it? Just like a big piece of gum, just wah. Are these worth it? What do they give? I forget. I don't know, actually. I thought it would give bronze or something. Oh no, there's more. He's not done. You get something for doing all of it. Or do you have to do it in a certain speed? Maybe if I do all of them and then I fly into him. When he has nobody helping him anymore. Or maybe if I give up and I leave, okay? The eye's bugged. Alright. Choosing sanity. Exiting the premises. Leaving the building. A Time Runner dungeon would just be a dungeon that you're doing in Legion Remix, I think. 95% sure they're bugged. I swear I did one of those once and it went well. I guess I'm not going to try to do any more. Yeah, any random dungeon in Legion Remix would be a time running dungeon, because the whole mode you could call time running. Our characters are time runners. Time walking is something that happens in regular retail, outside of Legion Remix. They explode for a whole bunch of bronze motes that you catch. Oh, okay. How's our bronze doing? Oh, 85k. We have made a bunch of bronze today. Because I swear I spent a bunch. Don't mind hopping into AFK or in the pet trap. No problem. Although I will warn you, I'm on for another 5 minutes and then my slot's done for the day. I'm almost finished for today. I want to finish this, but I guess I'm not gonna... we're making progress, but maybe not getting it all done right away. Oh, I need to be destroying some harpy eggs. Playing Warlock, favorite class? I'm Rogue. Nice. I picked a Hunter for Remix. I've been having a lot of fun. Plus, I feel like a little bit of a hipster because I'm not playing a tank class. There's a lot of tanks running around. It seems like a good idea. Blasting things is red. Yeah, we're cooking now. I don't really want to fight that big guy if I can avoid it. I do want this. Someone has to be around to do the range mechanics. Do they? I have yet to see one matter. I don't think I've been doing any range mechanics. I've just been shooting the boss and then the health bar goes pew. Heroic dungeon with a prot healer, no one died, all good. I joined my first Mythic Plus run and it didn't have any healers at all. I was a little nervous because of Grievous, but it worked out fine actually. Harpy eggs. Where are you at? Queuing as a healer, staying ret. Yeah, I think that's smart. I don't think anybody minds either, because nobody really needs healing. For the most part. Especially if once you get like one person in the group that can really just melt everything, it'll die before it has a chance to do any damage. The only mechanics I've seen mattering are the iBoss and Nightmare, hell yeah. Cordana. Oh yeah, Cordana, that's right. Legendary Fool, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for picking us. Well, I guess we can go turn in our emissary for the day. Well, that was fun. Heroic World Tier is much more fun now that I'm higher item level. I'm having a much better time at like 670 than I was at, what did I try it at last? 600? 615? Forget. Yeah, if you're in Legion Remix, you're not going to be doing time walking dungeons. That's a regular retail thing. You're doing time running. It was a little confusing, but they've kind of leaned out of that branding a little bit. There we go. Upgrade like that. Alright, let's go shopping. Go spend the rest of our bronze. We made 91k today. That'll buy us a few sets. Oh. I thought I was hearthing. That button just took me out of Heroic World Tier. Oops. Let me take it off my bar. I guess we can always turn it back on while we're back there. I'm starting to see why there's so many people doing world bosses in Heroic now. Once you get to a certain point, it's easier to kind of leave it on. Good for achievements. A little bit of extra bronze and power and stuff. We made it up to 29 here today. That was pretty good. I think we started at like 22, if that. Maybe even teens. Lots of nice stuff to scrap. Using time running for remix instead of remixed dungeons is a weird choice. Yeah, maybe they just wanted to like kind of tie it mentally to a popular feature. You know, people generally like time walking. It's pretty successful. Like, what if that, but faster? Kind of works. What else was I gonna do? Okay, so we have 91k, and apparently I'm able to trade maybe 2 of these. Yeah, bronze cash is perfect for satyr horns. And then I want to buy more stuff, I suppose. I don't see why not. Do 3 more sets. I'm just gonna go in order, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. We'll get them all eventually. Time running is accurate. Everything I've done has been super fast. Keep your auto run key on. Holy, you guys didn't see it because it's covered by my chat, but that's a lot of scrolling of appearances learned when you learn those raid sets, because it gives you, I guess, everything. All of the lower difficulty colorations as well. Nice. Alright. I'm going to fix my log. That is my day. We did 3 hours. We got how many item levels? Because I'm now average 671. So I think 17 item levels up, I believe, is our final total for average for the day. Pretty happy with that for 3 hours. And my infinite knowledge is up to 21. Lifetime infinite power up to 1.6 mil. Starting to feel like we're really cooking. I'm looking forward to playing more this weekend. Although if Hallow's End starts tomorrow, then I might have to stream some amount of retail Hallow's End because, you know, there's going to be new stuff to get. I would like to thank you all very much for joining me today. I appreciate your company. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.